Hello YouTube, I'm Chris. I've been a PC enthusiast and gamer pretty much since Wolfenstein 3D came out all the way back in 1992. And since then I've always been really big into computer hardware, and of course, just like everybody else, or most people, I like the latest and greatest stuff. However, I have noticed that lately, over the past few years, most people have kind of tapered off, either went the way of consoles or, money's been tighter recently for most people, and they haven't really been big into PCs anymore. However, I've gone the other direction, and I've noticed so has a lot of people on the internet. I haven't met anybody else that's really big into it, and that's part of the reason why I'm making this video. I live in the Myrtle Beach area, and I'm looking to meet up with other people that have similar interests. Things that maybe I'm not knowledgeable on or good at. For example, I've never really gotten into extreme overclocking. I've never used liquid nitrogen, I've never used dry ice, I've never even used extreme water cooling, just because PC components are expensive, and without somebody else there that maybe has some experience with it, just never seemed like a good idea for me to jump into. But it's something that I'm looking into at this particular point. I've also noticed that since I was really big in overclocking back in the AthlonXP days, the world has changed. I mean, there are dedicated websites now to where, people are pushing benchmarks, like Hardware Bot. I didn't even know about this because it really wasn't something in my area. But I'm looking into it, and it seems really cool. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find other people that are possibly interested in the same sort of stuff, and possibly trying to make some benchmarks of our own and post them up there. So try to put together a little team. I think it might be kind of cool, because I don't know about you guys out there, but for me it's kind of hard to talk to other people about this stuff. Like the latest graphics cards or the latest processors, and the good and the bad between them, because most people, they don't know any of the deep specifics. They just know, hey, something new came out, and that's the end of it. So I just thought it would be kind of neat to reach out and try and find other people that'd be interested in possibly getting together and see if we can push some hardware and maybe make some benchmarks and have some fun at the same time. Recently, I just put together a new build. It was kind of a budget-oriented build. I was trying to get the most bang for my buck, which over the past 7 or 8 years, that's really kind of what I've been doing. Haven't really been trying to buy the most expensive and best hardware, just kind of the best for the dollar. And I did that with this build, and it's not too bad. I really like it, but I ended up getting an MSI 780 Lightning, which with all the discounts and the free games and everything really came out to being only about $350, which was really awesome. But this piece of hardware is top notch, and it just really reminded me of how nice it is to have enthusiast level equipment, and how much better it really is. Because when you use mid-range and low-end equipment for so long, they get the job done. You get a decent overclock out of them. You get the same 24/7 overclocks for the most part, except for using water cooling. So, there's really hasn't been a need for me to invest that much over the past few years. And once I got this video card and slapped it in, I had to start pushing. As of right now, if you go to 3D Mark, my computer, actually with a 4670K, a single GTX 780, and obviously FM approved. If you look that up, I actually have the highest score on Firestrike right now. Not Extreme. For Firestrike Extreme, I've got 3rd place. The guy right above me is only beating me by 5 points. And then the guy in the 1st place, he's way ahead because he's able to push his processor a lot harder. And things like that interest me. I've always been big into 3D Mark benchmarking. You guys out there might be interested in other benchmarks, and I just think it'd be kind of cool if we all get together and try to help each other out, and let's see what we can do, see what we can get out of our hardware. and who knows, maybe collaborate, get some new stuff in. I've actually been looking. Oops, sorry about that. I've actually been looking on eBay for older hardware, like some 939 boards and some other stuff that I used to like to overclock, and see what we can do with those nowadays. Of course, they're not going to be, daily use computers, but if for $100 I can pick up some hardware and we can play with it, why not, right? But that's the type of guy I am, and I'm just reaching out to anybody else out there. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, hit me up. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of videos. For example, like I'll probably go over, for some of you guys are probably going, why would you want to overclock? Well, I'll probably make a video explaining there are really two categories on that, or reasons why that you would want to overclock. So maybe make a video about that, and once I start getting grouped together, we'll actually record our experience with each different hardware setup. This might help some of you guys out there. You might have similar hardware going, I can't push it any harder. Maybe we'll come up with a solution that might help you out if you don't live in the Myrtle Beach area. But if you do, feel free to hit me up and we can get you a part of this. All right, just go ahead and comment in the description, and I'll go ahead and get back with you. All right, hope to see you there.